Embrace the changes and be consumed. Bleak bells that chime dismay. Echo the cries of the pale blood moon.
Steel to welcome to Final Show. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've just got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I want to let everybody know that our addresses have changed. Our Twitch channel has changed from Senstaku to twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms, and our YouTube channel has also changed to youtube.com/FinalShowFilms. Next, we want to thank our $20 tier supporters on Patreon, which is patreon.com/FFilms, by the way, if you want to go throw a couple bucks our way. That's going to be Cat Waterflame, Antitonic, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Monty. Thank you guys for that. Also, our website is in the process of getting updated, so go take a look at finalshowfilms.com. We've got Mara and Jeremy are working on updating all of our stuff there, making it look nice and like a modern website, and frankly, they know what they're doing far better than I or Austin ever did, so if you want to check out the things that are changing over there, you go do that. Follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films for updates for all future things, including things that are going on with our website and going on with the Patreon page, and things that are going on live as we stream them, as well as our podcasts and everything else. So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day. And we're live.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to Final Show Films for the first chapter of Shadows of the Neon, our Werewolf the Apocalypse game that I'll be running. My name is Jack, and I'm the storyteller for this chronicle, and joining me this evening is Craig, who's muted.
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm muted, and I'm playing Sal Moraro, the Glasswalker Ragabash.
And William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'll be playing Ingvar Ulfsdotter, the Get Fenris Arun.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Alex Core, the Black Fury Phyllodox.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota, the Galliard Uktena.
And Aaron.
I'm Aaron. I am playing Anastasia Ambros, the Silver Fang Galliard Metis.
And John.
I'm John, and I'm playing Valko Petrovsky, the Silent Strider Theurge.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Aiden Taylor, Hamid, child of Gaia Philodox.
And we'll begin with our introduction to the city. Las Vegas, city in a desert. For the Guru Nation, it's the stronghold of the Mojave Green Sept. Glasswalker runs since the 30s and constantly on the lookout for threats from within and without. The Black Spiral Dancer hive in Death Valley is far too close for comfort, and the human forces of commerce, industry, and exploitation lace every street. Beneath it all, the Weaver's web draws tighter, threatening to purge any spiritual resonance from the cityscape. Nearby alliances are tenuous at best. The Uktena still stalk the desert close by, but the loss of ancestral lands still sits bitterly on their tongues. Children of Gaia can be found further coastward, but the Western Eye has struggles of its own. Vegas today is a fading enclave, teetering on the knife's edge, and even a nudge either direction could have drastic results. We begin as a dark shape moves down a street, dodging the flickering street-lit areas and occasional pools of moonlight, keeping to the shadows. A chattering, scuttling sound sometimes echoes through the brighter, busier avenues, but none of the usual pedestrians seem to notice or care. After all, this is Las Vegas, and there are far more radiant vistas to draw the eye. Who cares what happens in the darkness when there are so many opportunities to reap in the light? The figure moves like prey, but with an undercurrent of surprisingly predatory grace. It skulks slowly down a narrow corridor before pausing as if testing the air for a scent. After a moment, the eyes widen and the silhouette breaks into a full panicked sprint. Moments later, the indistinct shapes of pursuers begin to manifest in the alleys and side streets, hemming in their quarry. The fugitive runs a circuitous path, desperately trying to shake the stalkers, scrambling over dumpsters and fences and fleeing down reeking gutter lanes, barely steps ahead, and then finally confronting a cul-de-sac of sorts. A dangerous, risk-laden barrier that few would dare to cross. The clatter of the hunters draws closer, and the escapee finally makes their decision. Hungry eyes watch as the figure flings itself over the fence, toppling down, down into whatever metaphysical void lies on the other side, and then slowly, one by one, the hunters fade back into the blackness of the Las Vegas Umbra. All of you in the material world are currently located at the halfway house, with the exception of Valco. It's the evening of August 10th. There's some chit-chat to be found if you decide to lurk the grounds. The halfway house, as all of you are aware, is owned by the Mojave Green Sept. Name of one of the higher-ranking glasswalkers is on the property paperwork somewhere. And it's divided into two parts. Larger part to the northeast is actually an apartment complex rented by anybody who can manage to afford a modest home in what is tangent, at least, to the arts district here in Las Vegas. And then the smaller area, scattered few buildings, walled in, heavily gated, plenty of security cameras visible, is where the Mojave Green keeps some of the more problematic members of Guru society here in Las Vegas. Kinfolk that don't have anywhere else to land, Metis children that can't be seen out in public but still need a roof over their head, and full-fledged Guru who either haven't found a place or haven't been given enough direction to know which way they should go. And of course, temporary housing, Valco. On your arrival to the city, you were met by a few members of the Mojave Green and then handed off to an elderly Galliard. Her name, as she introduces herself to you, is Juniper Johnson. And she is the one in charge of supervising the halfway house. She mentions that you'll be staying here at least until they have time for you to presumably deliver whatever messages you may have been given as a silent strider carrying shipments, letters, other forms of communication between Seps and Cairns is kind of your bailiwick. And as you pull in, riding passenger in her Ford Explorer that she's driving, she clicks a button, the gates slide open, and you're confronted by a small walled-in section of an apartment complex. Buildings flank on either sides, and also a couple of them are dead ahead. There's a central parking area with a few shrubs and rough landscaping. The only thing that really sticks out is a sculpture that is positioned more or less front and center, seemingly abstract in nature. Mostly looks like a couple of decent chunks of steel and or iron welded together, almost in kind of like a campfire type arrangement. And she tells you that you'll be staying in 3A, pointing off to the left. She hands you a key, says, make yourself comfortable. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm over in building D. Everybody here is in the know, so don't worry too much, but definitely give us a shout before you go wandering.
I do have one question. Told that there's a moot soon?
Give me a wits and etiquette roll. Difficulty 6.
That might not have been a question I was supposed to ask. Find out. What was that? Wits and what? Sorry.
Wits and etiquette.
I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's storming here, so if the steam goes down, that's why.
Wits and etiquette, difficulty 6.
Would my cool-headed specialty apply?
No.
As soon as I find my dice. Wits. Etiquette. If 6. -1 successes.
That's called a botch.
Uh-oh.
We got off to the best start
Hang on.
ever.
Wait.
Yep.
It's definitely the most entertaining.
Yeah,
result.
no, I have no dots in etiquette, so that makes sense. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's a problem.
Amazing.
Yep. So, she kind of looks at you. Yeah, there's going to be one later this month.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, any questions? We'll probably, I mean, it's a little late right now, so I'll see what. I don't know if there's any food in the fridge, but I'll check in on you in like 20 minutes or so, and if you need something, we can get you something.
I appreciate it.
Sal, you have been spending some time with some of the younger individuals and some of the Metis kids here. But it's getting towards the end of the evening, pushing probably 9:30, 10 p.m. right now. And you see the headlights of Juniper's vehicle play across the windows for the room that you guys are in watching the movie. You know that she went out on an errand earlier this evening, and apparently has recently returned. Were you planning on movie night being just for the Metis kids or for the other kids here as well?
It's really for anybody who wants to come in and see it. It's been
Okay.
to kinfolk and I guess especially the Metis kids, but pretty much everybody else as a informative documentary on the problems of dealing with other shifting breeds, specifically the Rokia, the were sharks, and of course it is just Jaws.
Right.
So I mean, I would hope at least the 3 Metis kids are there, and pretty much anybody else. I mean, it's a movie night. Anybody who wants to watch Jaws, come and see it.
Yep. So Juniper's 2 nieces, Philippa and Ashley, both kinfolk, are in the room as well. They're kind of locked in on the movie right now because you know.
How old are they? Are they about the same? I mean, obviously not physical age, but I mean, are they the same comparative age to the Metis kids?
Roughly.
Okay.
So Jade is 11, April is 14, Jaime is 15, Ashley is also 15, Philippa is 16.
Okay. What part in the movie is it right now?
Quint just got eaten.
Okay. It's how it goes. Oh God! Oh, God, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, kids. Just keep watching. When everybody else gets eaten, y'all come and get me, okay? And then he'll hop over the sofa and go out in the direction of the entryway.
You hear April yell, "Get that fucker!" as the chief takes aim towards that oxygen tank, but so you duck out. Alex, you also have been spending a little bit of time here, given that there's not really been much of an other place for you to spend.
Yep.
I'll have Ingvar, Dakota. Actually, I'll have the other 5 of you, actually. Just give me a perception and alertness roll, difficulty 6, unless you think you're heavily engaged in something that would be taking most of your attention, in which case it's a 7.
I have a clarification question.
Yes.
Would I be in my room or just out in the general area?
You could be in either.
Okay.
Also,
I'll say I'm in the general areas, but we did establish my office is somewhat soundproofed.
Yes.
considering there are 7 of us, who do you mean by the other 5?